Hi, my name is Nick. I've been learning Japanese since I think about 2014. I think I started off in school and I did the standard Australian Japanese course. It's kind of subpar. I've had some italki teachers who took me through Genki, and I spent a little bit of time doing some self study. It didn't feel like I was kind of getting anywhere. I was hoping to be at a certain point after X amount of years, and it didn't really turn out that way. So I wanted to try something a little different.
My name's Gabby, and I've been learning Korean since about 2017. I looked at Refold Coaching because I thought the refill method makes a lot of sense, but I was having a lot of trouble getting set up and figuring out how to fit it into my specific lifestyle and scheduling.
I've been working on Japanese off and on for a period of 18 years. I was kind of in a self-teaching space, really. And so I've done various different things, and now I'm happily involved with Refold. In the immersion journey, we are operating kind of as the sole director of our fate, as it were. I've seen remarkable results in the community with this approach. For me, I noticed that I didn't have as clear of an idea of the exact 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 steps. And I didn't have accountability in a sense of getting started. I know as immersion learners, we learn to and do perform self-accountability, and that's very, very good. But I did notice that I wasn't quite able to really execute on that as well.
I believe I've been doing Refold for 6-ish months almost. I would recommend Refold to pretty much anybody. Everybody's learning process can be optimized in some sort of way. Before starting Refold, I was barely getting 15-20 minutes a day. They ease you into it, and then before you notice, you're up and running and putting in hours that you would have never thought possible. I'm putting in 45, 50 hours of Japanese each week. Without something like the Refold program, I can't even wrap my head around how you would try to schedule all of that yourself.
I definitely found coaching made Japanese study a lot more accessible for me. I'm someone who really values accountability, and having someone there I can kind of bounce ideas off and also kind of keep a watch on me to make sure I'm staying consistent.
The main thing that I accomplished after this program is I now feel confident in that I can spend my time wisely and enjoyably and still make improvements on my learning. And I know how to fit that into my language learning program. It's really tailored to what you're interested in and what you want to learn. And it means that you can then use the language for the things that you're interested in.
I have been learning Japanese on and off for about a year. My Japanese ability has absolutely improved since I started the Refold coaching. I wasn't able to comprehend just anything. My reading comprehension has improved 100%. Before, I didn't have any. I knew the phonetic alphabets, but putting that together and reading was non-existent.
My Japanese has improved immensely. It has grown at a rate I genuinely didn't think possible. Made me realize, oh, if I continue to do this, I could be fluent in this language in 2 years because of just how exponential the growth is.
The most surprising part about the coaching process for me was how quickly the changes had an impact. I enrolled in a Korean class about a week before I was able to do the coaching program. It just worked out that way. And I was actually asked to move up a level in the Korean class that I had tested into. So that was really, really rewarding.
Throughout the whole coaching process, there was a lot of help with setting up the tools and getting the right resources to kind of integrate the style of learning and the things I exactly wanted to focus on. So it made the integration process a lot easier. My coaches are pretty great. If I generally had any questions, or if I wanted to do something and I was like, I don't know how to do this thing, I could just go to them and they would have something prepared for me pretty much every single time.
The coaches are always checking in to make sure that things are going well. They're always asking, how was your week? Was there anything you have worries about? They always went above and beyond to find solutions to any problems that I had or any potential pitfalls that I was encountering. And so I just felt very supported throughout the whole process, and that they genuinely wanted me to succeed, and they still do.
I've enjoyed about the coaching process the most the weekly check-ins, the looking forward to having the weekly check-ins, the seeing the number on my toggle go up, being able, and the direct line of communication and feedback with my coach, who knows more about my learning journey, knows more about my learning history, and been able to get that feedback loop. I've enjoyed that the most.
I was able to sit down with my coach and figure out an exact plan that worked for my schedule. So the time commitment that I was really worried about before really wasn't an excuse or something that I needed to be worried about anymore either.
The best thing about the process was just how much I changed and how much I got out of it. Being able to build some good habits that I'm able to shift and adapt if needs be outside of the coaching process. And just having a wealth of resources to learn from and build and just gain a lot of the language from.
I would recommend each and every language learner to Refold coaching without hesitation or doubt, because it's focused on building a process, habits, and identity around you as a language learner. That is teaching Amanda Fish versus giving Amanda Fish, to use the proverbial saying. That structure of just do this and do that and do this clears out a lot of what I think are the executive decision-making processes of where, especially an independent learner, can get tripped up is which do you pick?
Refold coaching has helped me with the confidence that I needed to just jump right into the immersion.
Before I started on Refold, I would kind of get home and do a little bit of Japanese, and it felt like a chore. It felt like homework. But now it is something I look forward to every day. I look forward to it more than my normal schoolwork. I never really thought that learning a language would be like that. I always thought it would be this uphill battle 24/7, and every day you have to pull yourself up and do the work. But now it's, I'm waking up earlier than I ever have previously. I'm waking up, getting coffee, and saying, okay, sweet, I get to do Japanese today, instead of saying like, ugh, I have to do Japanese today.
I really enjoyed just discovering how much fun and enjoyable learning a language can be, just in general. Refold helped give me the confidence to learn a new language, and I cannot thank you, the Refold team, everyone involved enough for giving me the confidence and the opportunity to jump into this. I wasn't even sure where to start. I didn't have the confidence, anything like that. It's just like this wonderful opportunity that I've been given that I feel like I can't let go to waste, and that I've been able to jump onto, that has affected not only learning a language, but in my everyday life and being able to organize daily activities of my life as well. So thank you very much. Thank you, Refold.
Refold is very personalized to the individual. They're very human-centric. They care about the individual in front of them at all times. It always felt like they would come into the meeting, read my notes for the week, and say, okay, here's what we can do for you specifically. The whole Refold program, all the coaches and everybody, they deeply care about the learning process. And they genuinely want to see everybody succeed. And as someone who is in college full time, you don't always get that out of the professors, but you always get that out of the people at Refold. It was a good ending. It kind of slid right into it there at the end.